If I can get everyone seated, we'll get started.
It must be getting in general. It must be made up.
Hi, I'm Miriam Edelman, President of League of Women Voters of the City of New York. What we're doing today is having a demonstration by the Board of Elections of the new voting system, the ballot marking device, the paper ballot, and the scanner, showing how it will work on Election Day. Well, I've just used it myself, and I felt that it was much easier than I thought it would be. It's just a matter of filling in some circles on the ballot and putting it into a scanner. Some people may have a problem with it, but I think it will be much, much easier than those old lever machines.
1, 2, 3, and slide it in. That's it. You're the 7th person to vote. Public counter just went up.
What you have in front of you is a demonstration ballot. It's not going to have a candidate's name on it. As you know, this year, the scanners will be the new machines. You will no longer have the levers, okay? So it's a process like taking a test and filling in the oval. And you would normally go across with your independent, your Republican, and your Democrat. But today, we're just going to concentrate on the right hand, well, facing me. It's on the left-hand side of the page. It's going to ask you to vote for one selection or two selections as each question arises, okay? Now what I have in front of me is a BMD machine. This is a marking ballot device. This device alone just helps you mark the ballot. The ballot is used, this machine is used for anyone who is blind, hearing impaired, anyone who cannot use their extremities, meaning their hands and their feet, and anyone who has problem with seeing near or far. It has a zoom contrast, it has a zoom in feature, and it has a contrast where we can give you black to white, white to black, okay? Anyone that has hard of hearing can use an audio. Anyone that has problems with their hands and their feet can use what we call a sip and puff and a rocket paddle device. This would be your sip and puff. It would be connected to another device, which allows you to blow into the straw and scroll through your selections and puff to make your final selection and mark your ballot. The rocket paddle would be used like a Nintendo. It has no, you scroll through on the no and you select with the yes. This can use, anyone who can use a little movement in their hands and in their feet can use the rocket paddle as well. We also have Braille on the machine. The Braille is on the bottom here. It's controlled. Anyone that uses their own apparatus can always plug it into the machine as well. This machine alone will mark your ballot. That's all it does for you. It assists you in marking the ballot and filling in the oval. The oval will appear in a dark black. It will be a little bit bigger than the ovals on this sheet because it fills it in for you with a black ink, and it allows you to go over to the scanner. The scanner is where you would place it into the scanner. The scanner will scan what you have selected on your ballot. It will scan it, and it will count your vote, and you're out of your poll site. When you're using this machine, it will give you a summary at the end before it marks your paper. When it does that, you have a chance at that point to go back into that box and make a change. Only then can you make it. Once the ballot is in the scanner and it has been scanned and it has been counted, your vote has been counted, there's no way of changing it. And we also have at each poll site, you will see the table that we have behind here. It has a magnifying glass, it has a light, it has a pen. It has everything. It'll be two different booths. One will be for wheelchair accessibility and one for anybody that can stand. That's what they will look like at the poll sites.
Why was the ballot prepared so that a magnifying glass would be necessary?
It's true.
This
I'm
size,
sorry, I know you had to blame
the
us.
size of the ballot is not something that's controlled by the Board of Elections. It's state regulations. We've been trying to get them to at least bold it so that you could read it a lot clearer. But it is a major concern, and we do know that people do have problems, especially when you have it like you have it now, that's in 4 different languages. So you see it's so small, it becomes difficult, but please understand, that's not by the Board of Elections, that's by your state senate. That's who, this is their regulations.
I assume that if there's a double-sided ballot, you just turn it over after you finish the one side.
That is correct,
then
and
turn it
basically
over
what
and feed
you're
it
seeing
into
right
the
now,
scanner.
they're looking to just place the ballot on one side and the proposition on the other. But it also depends on how many candidates are running and who's running in your district and your borough.
And also, let's just say that you made a mistake, okay, during the marking, okay? You put it in the scanner, okay? You put it in the scanner, like so, okay? Now, watch closely.
Can you close the door?
Understand that the machine will stop you on an overvote.
Okay.
At that point, you have a choice in an overvote to get this ballot back and return to your table and have them give you a fresh one. You have up to 3 chances to make mistakes. The ballot goes back to your EDAD table, they will rip it and put it into a voided sleeve and give you a fresh new one. If you choose not to change your ballot, as it shows you here, you have an overvote. You can cast your ballot as it is, noting that the ice cream flavor there was an overvote on best ice cream flavor, which is your question on the first row. That will not be counted.
What's an
Okay.
overvote?
An overvote is, let's say you, the first line, the ice cream was an overvote. It told you to select one. Somebody selected 2, right?
Oh, I selected 2.
You selected 2, and that becomes an overvote. If you forget to fill out the proposition, that's just something that's not, it will not be casted as a vote. The proposition will just not be counted. What I want you to do now is take this out and physically fill it out so that we can get get the hang of and the feel of the scanner. If there's anyone that feels they need to use the BMD, please come forward.
Okay, if you're ready to use the scanner, please come on up.
Now what do we do?
I want to, okay, now what I want you to tell me is where it would say if I overvoted.
Okay. Let's just see if you overvoted first.
Wait, you're going to see, I did it on purpose.
You didn't?
Would
But do it
somebody-
again. But do it again. But you can. But get a new ballot and do it again.
Overvote, so we can see it.
I'll overvote and we'll see.
Yeah, that's what I really wanted to do.
Okay, I'm overvoting. There we go, there's your
Okay, now
pen.
let's see what happens when you overvote. Thank you. You voted for 2 flavors of ice cream.
Sure.
All right, here we go.
This gives you the general voting
Okay, you
instructions.
overvoted. Now,
Okay.
it will tell you the contest that you overvoted,
My pizza
Now, I
time.
want you to see.
and tell you
These
why you
arrows
did
on
it.
the bottom.
Okay.
are letting
So
you
now I'm
know.
gonna push this because
Yes,
I don't
please.
want to
If
vote.
I could
Yes.
get
May I
your
push it?
attention for a second before you start.
Yeah, press red.
Excuse me.
Get it back in your table.
Hold on, everybody.
On your right-hand side of the ballot, you will see a line going across that is blank with an oval on the bottom. That is at your discretion. Let's say on the first line, on line 1, it asks you to select a favorite ice cream flavor. Let's say you don't like any of the 5 flavors that are up there. I could say like peanut butter and chocolate. I have the right and I have the choice to write in peanut butter and chocolate in this blank spot, circle in the oval, and that will scan on the machine. It will count it, and it will be placed on the ballot because it's what I like. So you have this option with the blank, the last row, to fill in anything that you want, that you
Stick
might
right in
not
between
like on
slide. There
this
you go.
ballot.
Because it's got to
Same
catch the
way
it's got to
a
catch the
candidate might get
paper.
on the ballot later,
Yeah, okay.
not
Yeah, there we go.
You see how you pick 2 citizens, vote for 2? You pick 2 out of these 2. You got it,
Go to the BMD. Yes, ma'am.
Your shirt say, or go directly to the computer.
Oh, put it back my shirt.
Yeah, what does it say that?
I didn't make it. I wasn't the designer. I know.
And just like this. That's the only way it's going to be counted. If you put an X mark on it or a check mark on it, it's not going to be counted. But you,
Nobody's going to vote right.
everybody's going to vote
We're
right.
educated, and,
It's a very simple process because once you mark this, right?
yeah, that's your vote.
Huh? That's your vote.
The arrows is letting you know you have more selections. If you don't select, this is what you're gonna see, because it gives you the chance to go back and look at the other selections, or just proceed the way you normally would.
Or at the privacy booth,
Pizza
you will go to the
topping.
booth and you would have this
Sauce.
magnifying glass.
What the heck?